Welcome back to the Joski and Goob podcast. Seems like we say this every time, but I apologize for the break in between. I'm here with my co-host.
Goob.
He's here. We're here. Glad to be back. It seems like every episode we're back, so that's on me. Uh, let's talk about it. As you see here, a lot has happened since now and then.
Well, hold on a second. Let's just talk for a second. How are you doing?
I am doing quite well today.
Okay.
Finally get to record the podcast. Finally get a moment to breathe in a very busy life. That I live. How are you feeling today, Goob?
I feel pretty good, actually. Yeah. No, I mean, we've been trying to get this podcast together for a couple weeks now, but
Finally worked
got
out.
a few other ventures. I know because you haven't had time to even to post on your Joe Sports
I
Talk.
haven't done
So,
anything. I took a hiatus. Pistons lost, and I took a hiatus after that. I really didn't even
so
talk
you just
much.
bolted after the Pistons got done.
I I always take time off after the season's over. When the Lions season was over last year, I took time off. When the Tigers lost, I took a little time off. I was kind of because I don't want to get on here and say stuff and mess with the image a little bit because I'm a very reactionary and emotional fan, but I need to be a matter of fact analyst. So that's just how it is sometimes. But yeah, no, we're back. We're gonna hopefully I'm hoping we can stick to the weekly. I'm trying my best. I will do my best to stick to weekly podcasts. If we got to change the days around, if it has to be just, hey, we're posting one every week, doesn't matter the day. If it has to be that, it'll be that. That's our promise. That's my promise to Goob here because he always has the time, and that's our promise to you guys, the watchers of the Joski and Goob podcast. But
Well, yeah. I mean, I made my other venues for
he
getting
he
posts out there.
he's
So
been
I mean, I've
posting.
got
He's been posting like a madman.
Goop Talk Sports, and we got a lot of fans for that, and a different one called Goob Talks Cars. So I've only got one post there, but it's get another one up soon. Yeah, I mean, because I
Mm-hmm.
enjoy this. This is fun,
This is great.
and
I love it.
and when I don't have my partner, then I
It's
gotta
hard to do it. Yeah,
do
it's
something
hard.
else I'm by myself.
It's hard to do it. Yeah, yeah,
So, anyways, thanks for
yeah.
joining us. We hope you enjoy it. So, let's get started. What do you
Yeah.
get up? What's on your agenda, my friend?
Let me make sure that I have all my ducks in order here. Yes. Let me just phone. But yeah. So we're gonna have 3 segments today. Just to be a little more organized. 3 segments today. Pistons off season. And a very nice segment I labeled, and I told Goob I labeled Tigers suck, and then Lions schedule. We're gonna talk about the Lions schedule that came out. All 3 things that have happened. The Tigers were doing fairly all right when we left. Fairly all right.
Yeah,
Pitching
but
was
that was
good.
early. That was
I
April.
was early.
So
It is now
May has
almost
been a
June.
totally different story.
It's now almost the dog days. Horrible month, but we'll get into that later. Let's first talk about the Pistons off season. First, how did we get here? The Pistons, 2 years removed from winning 14 games, being the laughingstock of the league, setting a record for most games lost in a row, 2-26 at one point that season. At one point, between that season and the back half of the season before, they were 4-45. We win 60 games this year, guys. We won 60 basketball games. That means for 2/3, not 2/3, because there's 82 games, 3/4 of the games, every 3 out of 4, for 3 out of every 4 games we played, we were happy. We were happy fans. For every 3 games out of 4 games the Pistons played, happy fans. There was like a 10, 12, 13 game win streak at the early in the season. We had some great moments. Cade dropped 50 in a game. Many triple doubles. Cade averaged like a good amount, almost averaged a double double. Jalen Duren did average a double double despite the playoff drop off that we saw from him. And we got our young guys. Asar Thompson got Defensive Player of the Year votes. I think he was first team All Defense. Like, if the good brother could just develop a jump shot, he'd be all-star caliber. If he could just develop a jump shot, just any semblance of it. We had great moments. We came back from down 3-1. Repeated history. It was weird the parallels that first round. We got the 1 seed. I wrote down Goob. I wrote down on my things. Silver lining. Valuable playoff experience for a team with a young core. That's what you
Yeah,
can label it as.
we've had this discussion. I told you it's progression. You know, last year we got into the first round and because we lacked playoff experience, we got
Mm-hmm.
beat. This time we got into the second round, and I just think we just didn't have that experience. I mean, and I made a comparison to this. Um, I look back, and this is way before your time. Back in the '80s, when the Pistons won in '89 and '90, we just didn't magically appear. It
Exactly.
started in about '85.
You gotta
With
get the
Isaiah Thomas and started getting the key players in position to make a championship team.
100%.
I mean, and that was in an era where we didn't have a lot of the free agency market like you do now. I mean, jump teams like
Yeah.
more than they change their underwear. So I mean, it's just like you can build a championship team
100%.
by throwing the dollars out there, but it's progression. The Pistons, in my opinion, are heading trajectory in the right direction. We're just maybe one or two players away of making a championship run, and I'm not just talking 1 year. I'm talking multiple years. I mean, the way they can, way beat Bickerstaff's got this team playing. It can happen.
Yeah. Um I fully agree. I fully do agree. I think personally it's just it's good for us. It kind of reminds me in a way, kind of a quicker turnaround than before of the Detroit Lions. In a way. Not a good thing now that we had the season we had last year, but you you go the 12-5 here, kind of surprise everybody, make the playoffs, and you get close. You get close. Obviously, the Pistons weren't close to the finals, but it works out differently in basketball. The Pistons get close to winning a playoff series for the first time since was it '08, I believe, the first time since '08. Um, just same similar way, the Lions won their first playoff game of my lifetime that year, and then you get so close, and the opportunity falls out of your hands. That's fine.
So let me throw. Would you rather have a team, no matter which one, um, be the number one seed, or would you rather them come in, a lower seed, like towards the bottom, and then make a real run? Because I'm
Um,
telling you, I think it's almost as a curse
because
to
yeah, I was just about to get to that. Pistons and Lions, when they're the 1 seed, you kind of just fall short. Like obviously, if you were comparing the Pistons and Lions, it'd be like if the Lions made a comeback that game, and then had a hard fought game in the second round against whoever was in the whoever against the was probably the Rams or something. I don't know that the Commanders played the next round. Like like something of that nature. No, I like being a 1 seed. That means you had a good regular season. I'd much rather kind of stay under the radar, middle of the pack. Like that's how I liked it when when the
yeah.
Lions were like the three
Well,
four seed. Like I
so
kind of like that better.
yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, then the expectation is not so high. Because everybody's like, "Well, you're the number one seed. You won 60 games. Big deal. That means nothing.
Yeah,
Playoffs are totally different. It's
hundred
another
percent.
different season. I mean, I'll throw hockey at you right now. So the Colorado Avalanche was they won, and I put this on my channel last night. They won the President's Cup, which means they were the best team in hockey and got swept by the Vegas Golden Knights. So,
It happens.
just because you're that number one seed, man, you've got the biggest target on your back. And I guess
Yeah,
I'd rather see us come in like, middle of the pack and just
100%.
wreak havoc. So, anyways, but
No, I agree. I agree 100%. Agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, I would rather have that. The question that I want to pose is, what do you do now? This is a list of expiring contracts, and I have my answers, but I'm gonna have you answer yes or no. You can also, I added stipulations. Yes if, yes but. You know what I mean? Um,
okay.
Tobias Harris. He's 33 years old. He's taken up a good chunk of our payroll. He has his best years behind him. What do you do with Tobias Harris after this year?
Keep him. I mean, what he proved in the playoffs? No. I mean,
But we're
unless
talking
you get that.
second round. Second round was not as good as the first round. He had a great first round. Second
Well, but
round.
still, okay. So you got to look at. So this is my perspective. This is a very young team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you need some older leadership
Veteran
in that locker
presence,
room,
yeah.
veteran presence, and I feel he provides that. Yeah, he may be costing you something, but you know what? Do you put a price on that?
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, what he did in that locker room and how he brought this team into the second round out of the barrels of being, you know, beaten in the first round by an Orlando team. I say he played a key pivotal point on
Yeah.
this team to get things going. Because I mean, yeah, he struggled in the second round, but man, I'm telling you, he was smoking in the first round.
Mm-hmm. I
So,
wrote yes.
you know,
I was offering you that challenge there, but I wrote yes. I think we should keep him. Kevin Herter, 27 years old, got him in the Bulls deal. I put no.
he gone.
Non-factor. Kind of a horrible
No,
trade.
no, he was hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, non-factor. I mean, I was hoping when we picked him up that he would be another Robinson and be a 3-point gunslinger, and
Just
it
didn't end
just
up
didn't
happening. Yeah,
transpire.
didn't end
So
up happening.
you know what?
Yeah.
Cut him.
Javonte Green, 32 years old. I put no. We have a lot of guards already. We have a lot of guards
I'm gonna be
already.
honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember seeing him playing a whole lot. So
He had
yeah,
some good times. Like I think he had some good games. I think he had
yeah, through the season, but I'm just talking
through
about
the
the
season.
playoffs.
Yeah, no, I think even in the
Yeah,
playoffs he may have had an all right game. By the way, as we're
yeah, but
recording this, game 6 is underway in San Antonio. Just
okay.
I'll keep an eye on that for you folks. I promise. Don't worry. I'm trying to find the
Come on, San Antonio.
yeah, I'm trying to find the Pistons. Yeah, let me see the Pistons players. Let me go to Javonte Green and just see how he did in the playoffs. Yeah, he only averaged about 2 points in the playoffs. Yeah, for almost the entirety of the Cleveland series, not non-factor. So yeah, you're out.
Yeah.
Isaac Jones, 25 years old, center that we got as like a piece in the Bulls trade, I believe. I remember this guy from the Bulls. I put yes if cheap. Yes if cheap. Always good to have big men. Always good to have big men. Big men get hurt a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not gonna put the Pistons in a deficit financially, yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you keep him?
Yeah.
But I don't remember seeing him playing a whole lot. So I mean, because you got competition between Duran, uh, Stewart,
Yeah.
and Reed. I mean,
100%.
I just don't. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to have him on there, but yeah, if he doesn't cost a lot of money, I wouldn't. I would keep him.
Yeah, I think yeah, and then obviously the big name, 22 years old, center, Jalen Duran. I put yes, but not the max.
Absolutely.
Yes, but not the max.
But then I'm not real familiar with this, but being a restricted free agent,
we can match offers.
We can match offers. So don't give it. I'm with you. I would not give him the max deal just yet.
Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, let me look it up. If I'm not mistaken, the max is insane money. It's it's almost close to
million for 4 years.
Close to 300 mil. Yeah, close to 300.
I thought I saw numbers. It was 287 for 4 years. So
yeah, let me check.
In my opinion, is he worth it? Yeah, I mean he does. Because everybody's ripping on him for not performing in the playoffs. The guy is 22 years old. He's still learning the game.
Here's the stipulation though.
But the thing of it is, so here's the thing. If we don't keep him, can Stewart and Reed fill the void?
Oh, Stewart definitely won't with what I'm about to say later, but this is a after Jalen Duran's All-NBA third team selection, he is now eligible for a $287.1 million supermax extension from the Pistons. But as a restricted free agent, the max he could receive from another team is 4 years, $177 million. So
let somebody offer it, and then we match it.
Balls in the court. That's what I'm saying. Balls in the court of I'm crunching numbers here. We could offer him 4 years, 180 million. 4 years, 180 million. That is a that's what is that? 160 million is 32 a year. Is it 32 a year? Let me just do this math real quick. 180 million divided by 4 years. That's 45 million a year. That's still a large chunk of change.
Yeah.
If you go to 5 years,
I think you could sleep at night wearing
if
that kind of money.
you go to 5 years, you could offer him 5 years, 200 million. 5 years, 200 million. 5 years, 40 million a year for 5 years. With options along the way where you can get extended more. You can get more money. So I'm saying it puts us in a weird spot. Keep, but not the max. Extend Asar Thompson this offseason before he gets expensive.
Oh, absolutely.
Before he gets too expensive. This guy's making less than $10 million a year. Extend him now before he gets too expensive. And that now here's where it gets a little crazy.
Only if he promises to learn to shoot.
If he gives me 6 points a game on all layups, but he's giving me
he's into pinky swear.
If he's giving me though, I'm saying if Asar Thompson's giving me 6 points a game on all layups, cool dunk here or there, but the only and he's given me defensive player of the year numbers, and I think he will win a defensive player of the year in his time. He'll have a season where he averages 2 to 2.5 steals a game, maybe 1 to 1.5 blocks a game. I think that'll be enough.
How many blocks did he have?
He's an athletic freak. He's a freak of nature. He's really young.
Well, I'm just telling you right now because you never got to watch the Bad Boys play. I did. He is our modern day Dennis Rodman. I swear to God. Yeah, he's at that caliber, man.
I can see it. I can see it 100%. Oh, the Spurs are in a 12-4 run. It is now 26-17 late in the first. This game was like 14-14 or like 13-13 when I checked last or something like that.
Yeah, but it's streaky.
It's early. Yeah, basketball's a game of.
That's the thing. The thing I don't understand about the NBA is like how do you go cold for 5 minutes?
I don't know. Like, ask the Magic. Ask the Magic.
Ask the Pistons.
Ask the Magic. Fine. All right. This is where it gets shaky. This is where I might lose a few of you here. Sign shooters, obviously. Sign shooters. Get a secondary ball handler. I don't think that's possible. With who's on the market right now.
Yeah, I don't want Kawhi Leonard.
Not Kawhi. I don't care about Kawhi. I'm saying I don't want Kawhi. I'm saying the free agents that are available as well.
Well,
Austin Reeves is going to be too expensive. Who else is on the market after that?
Honestly, man, I'm not a big Austin Reeves fan, dude.
He's gonna go to freaking Sacramento on a supermax, and then they're gonna win 20 games next year. Mark my words.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Here are my 3 options, my 3 trade candidates. This is in order of who I think is least likely to most likely, not likely, who I would want. Least likely, least kind of on my priority list. Kyrie Irving could be interesting with what he did with Luka in Dallas, helping him kind of develop as a player, and being that really 2-guard role, second ball handler, really good handles, and he's coming off injury, so he could be cheap. You could get him at a discount. Could be good, but
I wouldn't trust him coming off the injury.
But he's just expensive. I trust him coming off an injury. He's fine. He took a whole year off. He took way longer to protect himself.
Well, that's a guarantee that he's going to come back the way he was.
He'll be fine. He'll be just fine. Players recover from that all the time.
To me, that's a gamble.
Trey Murphy III from New Orleans, young guy, somewhat cheap. He's another ball handler.
Yeah, but inexperienced. I mean, are we going to go look for somebody who helped Cade and the rest of the guys? I mean, that's stuff you got to think about.
Yeah, but and then this is my real most likely. Lauri Markkanen of the Utah Jazz. He's a forward, tall guy. He's one of the last real stretch bigs. He can stretch the floor. You're guarding him 28 feet away from the basket. You stretch the floor, get the spacing right, Duran in the paint, and then you just run guys on the outside. This is the kicker here, though. If we get Lauri Markkanen, I don't think you bring back Tobias Harris. because they're both power forwards. I would want both of them at the power forward spot. Here's the thing: Markkanen's 29.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Tobias is what, 33?
33. So I mean, you still get that veteran presence, and then a young Utah Jazz rebuilding team you send over, and this is a mock trade. I'm not saying this is going to work. I just know that I think the money works here. If you get rid of Tobias Harris, the money works in this scenario. The Pistons give up Isaiah Stewart, Karis LeVert, Marcus Sasser, and a 2027 first-round pick unprotected, and they receive Lauri Markkanen in return. A stretch big that can hit threes, that can stretch the floor, and is just another big when we can run two big sets, because Tobias Harris is a power forward, but he's not really a big. You know what I mean? Like, he's not really a big. So I mean,
the only piece in that one that I am not. I mean, I would go with you on this is Sasser. I think he's up and coming.
We have too many. We have so many guards. We have so many guards. You can draft a guard in this draft. I think we're gonna draft a guard in this draft. I think we go point guard or shooting guard in the draft. I don't think we can. I don't think we move up and get Yaxel.
But the kid proved me that he could play. So
I like him, but to get the deal done, you got to send a young guy over to a rebuilding team. And all three of these guys, Karis on the end of his career, kind of, you know, he's on an expiring contract. Isaiah Stewart's gonna have to get paid in a few years. I love him to death. But he fights. Like, he can play basketball sometimes on and off. He's there to be on the bench, ice his knees, and go fight someone whenever he can.
He's surprised the heck out of me hitting threes.
Yeah, so. I love Isaiah Stewart, but I like winning, and I want to go get a guy that can help us win. That is Lauri Markkanen of the Utah Jazz, and then we throw away the first rounder because we're gonna be a playoff team again next year. The only way that backfires is if we have injury bugs. So that would make our starting five going into next year. This is my mock starting five. This isn't gonna happen. I'm not the GM of the Pistons. I don't claim to know anything about basketball and how contracts work. I'm trying to learn, but I don't know anything. Cade at the 1, and this is where it gets tricky. Either Duncan Robinson, or, because Duncan Robinson, he's a spot-up shooter, he's not a ball handler. Someone that proved he can be a ball handler last year. Maybe didn't have the best playoff run, but if we're going off of, if you didn't perform in the playoffs, we're not starting you, then Durant wouldn't be starting. Dennis Jenkins at the 2. At the 3, Asar Thompson. At the 4, Lauri Markkanen. At the 5, Jalen Duren. That's a winning lineup. With Robinson off the bench, Ron Holland off the bench, Paul Reed off the bench. All these guys. You can win. You can win. That's all I have to say.
So so how many man rotation would you want to have? 9?
8, 9 maybe. I don't know. You kind of get deep down the line here, and it kind of gets tricky. You get really deep into the lineup, and it kind of messes a little bit of things up. If you get too deep, let me check. If you get too deep into the lineup, no, I want the standings. Yeah. If you get too deep in the lineup, you got Cade, Duren, Asar, Duncan, Dennis Jenkins, Ron Holland, Paul Reed. Green's gone. LeVert, Sasser gone. Chaz Lanier, the guy from Tennessee that we drafted last year. I think he's a rookie last year. He could be up and coming. He didn't really get a lot of chances to start. We'll see. That's really a real see. That's all I want to say about the Pistons for now. We are almost 25 minutes in the podcast talking about the Pistons. I want to get to our other segments. The Tigers suck. Do we agree on that?
Absolutely. Oh my god.
Here, let me just. Yeah. This isn't even going to be what can we do to get better. I am just dedicating this segment to reading out how bad the Tigers are right now.
Gut the team right now. Just be done.
22-35. 22-35. There was a time, by the way.
Losses already?
There was a time, by the way, where we were hovering around 17-16, 19-19, yeah. Which means since then, if we were I don't remember. Were we 19 and 19?
They went on an 11-game losing streak.
Yeah, were we 20-20 at one point? Let's say we were 20-20 at one point. I don't know the numbers. Let's say we were. That means we would be 2-15 since then. Sounds about right. Absolutely. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
We are last in the AL Central. We are last in the worst division in baseball, guys. We're last in the worst. This is like being last in the NFC South. This is like being last in the AFC South. We're the New Orleans Saints right now. 22-35. last in the AL Central, last in the AL in general, by the way. I believe the team above us, I think it's the Angels, maybe? Yeah, I think they technically...
Well, yeah, now, because the
they
Angels were the worst. So
yeah,
they came and played
they
Detroit.
technically have the
Detroit
same
lost 2 out of
record.
3.
Yeah, they technically
So,
have the same record as us, but they have tiebreaker
I mean,
somehow.
we blew that game today for don't even get me started.
I just hate the Tigers.
You know, Flaherty was pitching a heck of a game, and then the wheels just came off.
Yep.
I mean, guys just not making plays, not putting efforts. I mean, Curling has missed so many balls hit to his way over the last 3 games. It's making me nauseous.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you still putting this guy in the lineup, man?
Yeah. We're 2-8 in our last 10 games. This year we are 24th in runs scored, 23rd in OPS, 22nd in average. So just one of the worst offensive in baseball.
Okay, go back and look at our past.
We've said this.
Our shows when I said this.
The offense.
My biggest concern was offense. We were not going to be able to score runs to support our pitching staff.
Yep, and we haven't been.
And it's evident right now.
Yep.
I mean, was it Juan? What's the guy's name? Juan Perez.
Who?
Is it Perez? The last name is
Wencio Perez.
Wencio, yeah, yeah.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
He hit a home run the other night, and then posted like 5 posts on his Instagram about how his first home run. It's like, dude,
you are the worst player in baseball. He's the worst player by I don't know if you're familiar with WAR. Are you familiar with WAR? Wins above replacement. No. It's a stat. It's like literally how many wins do you provide to your team basically on average if you're playing. It's a bunch of stuff put together. It's a number that describes like how effective you are as a player. Like Shohei Ohtani has a really good WAR, like a really positive WAR. Tarek Skubal has a positive pitching WAR. I think Wenzel Perez has the worst WAR in baseball. Like,
why is he still on the team?
He has a negative WAR, which means the team would be better off if he didn't play. I don't know.
There's guys. I can tell you right now. There's guys in Toledo that
just pull Max Clark up. Pull Max Clark up. I don't care. Pull Max Clark up. Like, what's worse? I would rather see 17 chains in the outfield and he drops 4 balls than see Wenzel Perez take another swing of a baseball bat. I would rather see that happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's frustrating because I don't even care about baseball that much. But they suck so bad that I have to care. They suck so bad that I have to care. Like.
Well, I mean, because this is the point, too. It's like, okay, so we know they're coming to us in Sacramento.
I'm not going.
Later. It's like, do I want to even go and watch?
Like, I haven't...
With the product they're putting on the field today, would I pay my money to go see them locally?
I paid...
As much as I am... Yeah. Because I'm a Detroit fan. I'm a Tigers fan. I grew up a Tigers fan. But it's like, I don't know what... Is it AJ? I mean, is it upper management? I mean, what the heck is going on?
Nuke the whole operation. Nuke the whole operation.
I said, gut it. Just be done.
Fire and trade.
Because we know Skubal's going to be gone at the trade.
Fire and trade everyone. Fire and trade everyone. Start scratch. Move to another city in Michigan. See if that's the problem. See if Detroit's the issue. Make yourselves the freaking Eastern Michigan Tigers. Lansing, Ypsilanti, I don't know. Anywhere! I need to calm down.
Yeah, they could go. They could do what the A's have done and play in a minor league baseball ballpark. They go to Lansing and play in the Lugnut Stadium.
Might as well. One thing.
Probably, you know what? Here's the thing. They probably wouldn't even sell it out.
They wouldn't.
I mean, there are people. There are people who are still going to these Tiger games. And
I just
got to be kidding me.
I just paid $80 US. Keep in mind, guys, I'm a minimum wage worker, so $80 is what's that? About 4.5 hours of my life. I just spent 4.5 hours of my life on 2 tickets to Giants Tigers for me and my mother for her birthday. Okay. I'm going because it's an experience with her. I don't care about the baseball. If I'm being real, I don't care about the baseball.
Wait. You're going to the Tigers play the Giants?
Yeah.
What are you, sick in the head?
Yeah, I'm watching the worst team in the AL play one of the worst teams in the NL in August. Maybe they'll be better by August, guys. That's the thing about baseball. You can hold out hope.
So they're coming out on their West Coast trip. They're going to play San Francisco, then play the A's?
I think, it's in August, so it's the same thing. So that's when we're going. We're going when they play the A's.
Okay.
I wanted to go to a Giants game, and the Giants weren't facing the A's in the A's Stadium for a while, and I was like, well, if I'm already going to the if I'm already gonna go to San Francisco, might as well go to a game where I'm watching my team as well.
Yeah.
Here's a fun thing. Here's a little fun fact about a team with a similar record to us, the Giants. The only silver lining, actually, I'll get to the silver lining after this. Here's a stat that pissed me off, made me really mad. Do you want to guess how many straight, not games, how many straight series the Tigers have lost?
I want to say at least 5.
7.
Yeah.
We haven't won a series in a month.
Yeah.
We were swept by the Guardians embarrassingly. A 4-game sweep. You know how hard that is to do? To get swept by 4 games? Your division rival, by the way. And then here's the silver lining. We're hurt. And as much as it's a bad thing that we're in the worst division in baseball, we're in honestly the lesser of the 2 leagues in baseball. The AL is easier than the NL. The AL's the Eastern Conference of the AL's the NFC or the Eastern Conference, comparatively, of baseball. Scooble, Kerry Carpenter, Brant Herter, Javi Baez, Gleyber Torres, Kenley Jansen, Birch Smith, Parker Meadows, Ty Madden, Justin Verlander, all on the IL. Some are on the 15-day, some are on the 10-day, some are Meadows on the 60-day IL.
So are you saying that if we get all these guys back, things are going to turn around?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that we at least have an excuse. I'm saying we at least have the Detroit Lions excuse of, we're hurt, it's fine, we're hurt. Here's the silver lining as well. The Tigers, despite being the worst team in baseball, besides the Colorado Rockies, that's the only team with a worse record than us, are only 5.5 games back from a playoff spot. That's how bad the AL is. We are 5.5 games back from that last playoff spot. The Giants, who are in the NL and have a similar record, they have 1 less loss because they played 1 less game, are 8 games back from the playoffs in the NL. So the silver lining is you can turn it around in baseball. We did it all the way back in the day, and freaking, what was it, 2024? Did it back in the day. And 2, our division sucks. We get to play the White Sox, or the White Sox don't even suck anymore. I can't even say that. We get to play a really easy division.
Because we're playing in Chicago this weekend, and I'm afraid we're gonna not get win a game.
I'm terrified. I'm actually terrified. I'm currently.
Then we gotta go to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's gonna annihilate us.
Tampa Bay is one of the best teams in baseball. Yeah, they might be the best team in baseball. Yeah, no, we play the White Sox this week.
Let's go back to Detroit. We're not even going to play that series.
You can't see my lower half during the podcast. I'm peeing my pants right now thinking about that White Sox series. I'm currently peeing my pants thinking about that. That's why we do the podcast like this. That's why you can't see me. Yeah, it's horrible. It's gross.
You're too young to have bladder issues.
It's not. I'm just really scared of the Tigers having to watch play basketball. That's all it is. Yeah, that's just. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Let's talk about some good news.
Right,
Lions schedule came out. They have the first easiest schedule in the league. Thank you, NFL. Easy schedule doesn't mean easy. NFL teams are NFL teams, but the easiest schedule. I used to pray for times like this. This is the year you gotta go win. You gotta go win. Because next offseason, you gotta pay Gibbs, you gotta pay Branch, you gotta pay Laporta. You also gotta pay the guys you drafted the year after them, realistically. Obviously, we signed Campbell to the extension, got him at a cheap premium, but I think we're just putting off the Gibbs signing because Gibbs is only going to get more expensive.
So I heard something about that. They're in this kind of phase because they're waiting to see what Atlanta's going to pay Bijan.
Yeah.
So, they don't want to jump too early and give him this amount of money, and then Bijan's going to be like, well, Gibbs got this, I want this, So, yeah, no, it's going to be a waiting game to see.
Yeah, but is that a good thing? Is the question. Could you get him for cheaper now and then make it like I feel like waiting to sign free agents when you have the literal best running back in football. Him and Bijan are 1A, 1B in my opinion. Like,
yeah.
And they're both due for extensions at the same time. Atlanta has more money to splurge a little bit. Obviously, they're still eating the Cousins contract right now. Even though he's gone, they're still eating the dead cap on Kirk Cousins. They're taking on Tua. They're getting Tua at a minimum. Also, do we see that Kevin Stefanski came out and said that Tua Tagovailoa's accuracy is a God-given ability? Like, he has been really impressed with Tua Tagovailoa so far in camp.
Wow. Oh
keep up.
man, what kind of crack are they smoking in Atlanta?
Tua's always been an accurate quarterback. His brain just doesn't work. Like, he's been an accurate quarterback. He just doesn't have a frontal lobe because of all the concussions he's had.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's not even a joke. I feel like it's not even a joke at that. Like, yeah, it is a joke. I'm joking. I'm exaggerating.
Well, that's
But
just
no,
it.
it's
I mean,
not a
should this guy
joke.
even really
Should
should
he?
this guy even be playing in the league?
This guy has
You know,
like
I mean,
this guy's getting paid by the Dolphins money that could spend he
I
could
mean,
spend the rest of his life.
he's the modern era Troy Aikman.
Yeah,
You know,
it's horrible. But yeah, let's go over this schedule, and we can give our takes on what we think will happen. Obviously, a lot of time before the season. A lot of things can change. But let's have some fun here.
again, I got one question for you.
I
What are
might
your
have an
thoughts
answer.
on OTAs?
I think they're good,
Should
obviously.
should players or should players not show up?
I don't think they should be mandatory, but I think it's nice. Nice to get a good look at what you have.
Well, because they're not. They're voluntary.
Yeah, they're voluntary. That's what I think. I think voluntary. I like that they're voluntary. You know, guys want to show up, they don't want to show up. It's a nice way to maybe guys want to get a little more money. Sure, do it. But also, when you do that, you better play good, or else you run the risk of a guy taking your spot. You know, Arizona right now. What is Jacoby Brissett doing? What are you doing holding out? Jacoby Brissett, the quarterback who played fairly well when Kyler was hurt last year for the Cardinals. He had his best year of his career. Now he's asking for more money. He is a career journeyman who's on the back end of his career. The Cardinals don't want to win games. Like, I don't know, like, if Jacoby Brissett thinks this. The Cardinals aren't a contending team. You hold out if you're the quarterback. You hold out if you're Lamar Jackson playing for the Ravens. Yeah. You hold out if you're Josh Allen and you want a better deal. But, like, guys, you're Jacoby Brissett. You played really well. You had a great year last year. I had you for a few weeks in fantasy. You saved my life sometimes. But I'm just saying, the Cardinals are fine rolling out Carson Beck. The Cardinals are fine doing that. Because then it's like, well, we're losing because we have a rookie quarterback. The Cardinals don't want to win games. I guarantee you, if Brissett starts playing good and winning games, they're pulling him. I get he's trying to get one last payday before he probably falls off face of the earth and retires. One last payday. But I don't know. I'm just saying holding out to OTAs because Beck hasn't looked bad. Obviously, anyone can look good when there's no pads. I always looked good. 7-on-7s, there's no pads. I always looked good. Get in the game, I'm not doing very well in a real tackle football game. Week 1 at home. We'll go bounce around. Week 1 at home versus the Saints. That's a win. That's a win. Thank you for finally giving us a layup. Week 1.
Well,
that's a win. I think the New Orleans Saints are a sneaky good team. Tyler Shuck's really good. Travis Achane's really good. Alvin Kamara's still Alvin Kamara. And they got Jordan Tyson. So I think they have a lot of stuff going for them. I think people just forget this Lions team is really damn good still. One bad year doesn't mean we're a bad team. The Lions...
Yeah, but the Saints have always been good on offense. It's just their defense gives up too many points.
So I think we win week 1 against the Saints. Thank you, NFL, for giving us a week 1 layup. Last year we had to play the... Packers week 1 in Lambeau, I believe. In Lambeau. We played the Packers in Lambeau week 1. Year before that, it was Rams week 1. Obviously, we beat them. But then week before that was the Chiefs week 1. 3 straight years of Super Bowl contending teams week 1. So I'm really glad we get to play the Saints. Speaking of Super Bowl contending teams, week 2 we go to Buffalo on Thursday Night Football for the on my birthday, September 17th, for the first game in their new stadium. I think we lose. I think we lose that game. I don't see a world in which we win that game based purely off the fact that and as you can see, we lost Goob here for a second. We have lost Goob. I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Oh, you were just still. I thought our Wi-Fi went out. You just weren't talking. You went still for a second there. I was like, I think we lost Goob here, guys. Hey, you watch that back on the recording. Yeah, you'll see.
So I'm gonna argue with you on this one. I think we go in and steal one in Buffalo.
I don't think we do. I
think our defense can handle their offense, and I don't think they have a defense that can handle our offense.
Dad, week 2 we still don't have Kirby Joseph or Brian Branch.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't have either of those guys.
I chalk it up as a win.
All right, so all right, no, we'll have a we'll have a tally of Goob versus Goob Joe. All right. I'll just put tally marks for the wins so far. So I think at this point we're 1-1. You think we're 2-0. Week 3 against the Jets. That's a win. That's a win. So I'll mark it down as a win for both. You agree? Week 3 at home against the Jets is a win, right?
Yes.
Okay. Week 4 Sunday Night Football at Carolina. That's a win.
That's a win.
Week 5 on the road in Arizona. That is a win.
That's a win.
So you think going into the bye week we're 5-0? You think going into the bye week we're 5-0? I think we're 4-1 going into the bye week.
No, I think we're gonna be 5-0.
Coming off the bye week, home against Green Bay. I think that's a win. Home against Green Bay. That's a win.
Yeah. No, at home.
So what I'm hearing from you, Goob, what I'm hearing from you is you think we start the season 6-0.
Yeah, I mean, come on. The schedule is playing itself out. We have a great shot at being 6-0.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
You know, you talk about it as a true Lions fan, where you're like, maybe.
I have us 5-1 and losing to Josh Allen. How is that a typical Lions fan? I have us 5.
Break his leg the first week of the season.
Don't put that on him. You drafted him in fantasy last year. Why are you putting that on him? You're gonna do it.
Well, I'm not gonna get him this year because I won the damn thing, and I'm gonna draft the last. So.
Oh my gosh, this guy wins one time. Thinks he's the best ever.
One time, try 3. Try 3.
Well, I've won one time. I was the only non-adult to win the league ever. So, I mean, that's just saying. Week 8 at home against Minnesota. I also think that is a win because it's at home.
I think their quarterback situation is going to be questionable.
Dad, if I'm being real with you, Dad, I'm looking at these games that we have coming up. You have us starting like 10-0. I know who you're going to pick in all these games. You have us starting like 10-0. Okay. All right.
Come on, fire away.
All right, yeah. So we just said where were we at? Week 8 against Minnesota. Week 9 against Miami on the road. I think we win that game.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna beat Buffalo on the road, we'll beat Miami on the road.
Week 10 internationally in Germany against New England. I think we win that game.
Yeah.
Are you giving us our first loss here in Germany?
Yeah. I think New England's going to be tough, plus playing in Europe.
Well, the whole point of doing it is because St. Brown, Germany. Like, obviously, I think that'll be the reason why.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, the travel and all that stuff, that could be tough for us. That could be tough.
Yeah, I think this is our stretch where we have 3 games in 3 days because this is around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these international games.
Yeah, because I think we play week 10. I think we play New England, and then we play Tampa Bay on a Sunday. So we play New England on like a random day, and then we play Tampa Bay, and then we play Chicago on Thanksgiving at home. So Tampa Bay at home.
That's going to be good.
Tampa Bay at home, I think we win. I think Tampa Bay at home, we win.
Yeah, but you know what? You can never rule out Baker Mayfield, man. He played last year. The last 2 years, he's played us so tough.
But do you take it as a win or a loss? Win or a loss?
My gut tells me they're going to win, but it's going to be close.
So we're going Lions win. Right now we're both sitting at 9-1. We both have us losing. We just have us losing different games. Week 12, Chicago at home. I think we beat Chicago at home.
I think so.
Here is where the schedule gets tricky. Here's where the schedule gets tricky. Atlanta on the road. I'm giving us a win there because it's Atlanta. Tennessee at home. They're still a young team. I think we win that as well. So I think it's weird to start out the season 12-1 here. But this is where I differ from you probably. Because I'm going to say some things here. Week 15 at Minnesota, I think we lose. Sunday Night Football in Minnesota, I think we lose. Then
that could be a loss.
Week 16, Week 16. This is a week. Nope. Week 16, New York Giants at home, Monday Night Football, but this is 16 weeks into a season with these rookies, or these not rookies, but they're second-year players coming back, Scattaboo, Neighbors. They did really well in the draft, and now those guys are almost gonna have a whole second season or a whole third season or a whole season under the
Well,
belt.
so my only issue is, I mean, John Harbaugh is a great coach, but let's see how he can get these guys to play. You know,
Do you,
just
yeah,
because you got to,
yeah,
they got to play together.
yeah.
So I mean, it's
Do,
going to be interesting.
do you give us a win there?
Is that at home or in New York?
It's at home on Monday Night
No,
Football.
I'll say Monday Night Football. I'll say we take it.
I say we lose. I say we lose. And then
Okay.
I'm having us end the year on two. I'm having us end the year on 4 straight losses because we play Chicago and then Green Bay, both on the road. I say the NFC North is really good. I think we split. We win all the home divisional games. We lose all the road divisional games. I think that's just how it's going to be this year.
I can see us winning it Chicago, but I don't know if we would win in Green Bay.
Do you say we win in Chicago?
Yeah.
All right. That means that Goob has us.
We make Ben Johnson our bitch.
Oh my goodness. You're swearing on the podcast now? Oh my. Listeners at home, I am so sorry for the foul mouth of my co-host. Oh my goodness. We don't say that around here. This is a family-friendly show, okay?
Hey, you said the S word the other day, so
no, the other day. That was like months ago, okay, with our podcast schedule. Yeah. That means Goob's official prediction for the 2025 season, as of May, by the way, as of June, before anything happens,
19-2.
19. God, I apologize. My co-host is old. 14-3. He has us at 14-3, so not as good as 15-2, but better than our 12-5. I have us at 12-5, losing the last 4. Then we kind of got a scramble going in the playoffs.
But who's taking the division?
I think we win the division at 12-5.
You think we can win the division 12? Okay.
I think Packers. I think, in my opinion, if I'm spitballing here, Packers will go 11-6. I think the Bears will go 10-7, and I think Minnesota goes 9-8. I think it's literally just right there. I think it's right there. So I think every team kind of regress. I think Minnesota stays right where they are. I think they stay 9-8 like they did last year. They get last. I think so the Bears take a step back and lose 2 more games.
How effective do you think Green Bay is going to be if they lose Josh Jacobs?
That's the thing. Not as effective, probably. Not as effective. Yeah. They won't have a really good run game. So if they lose Josh Jacobs, I think they can still figure it out because as much I don't want to say Jordan Love's a really good quarterback. He does more with less than a lot of quarterbacks do. He hasn't had an all-pro receiver, I don't think, a single year of his career. Don't quote me on that. But I don't think he's had an all-pro receiver even once. I don't think he's had a Pro Bowl receiver once. Like, they kind of just give him, hey, here's a bunch of random receivers. Here you go. Do whatever you want. Figure it out. We're not giving you a top 10 receiver ever. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, Caleb really doesn't have a top 10 receiver, I guess. I mean, last year, DJ Moore, you could argue, was maybe top 15. But Caleb Williams, at the end of the day, yeah. So I feel like, in my opinion, like, if you look at the NFC North, Kyler has Justin Jefferson, who's a top 5 receiver in football when he's on his peak. Amon-Ra St. Brown's a top 10 receiver in football for Jared Goff. Jordan Love's best receiver is Christian Watson. Maybe Matthew Golden if he can take a leap. And now, with no DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Luther Burden, who's going to be the number 1 guy for Chicago? There's a lot of questions, in my opinion. So I think the Lions come back to win the division just because of the easy schedule. And I just don't know. I mean, obviously in my sim, I have us gone from 12-1 to 12-5, which could not be good for our psyche mentally, losing your last. But honestly, that's just how the schedule is. I don't know why the schedule has us having our 3 road divisional games are in the last 4 weeks. And our 2 divisional ones, but I don't know why they did that. Maybe that's how they tried to make the schedule harder because it was kind of easy that day. So I don't know.
They're anticipating that all the teams be good.
And they want good.
Have some quality football towards the end of the season.
At least throw us a home divisional game in the year. Like, why do we got to play all of them at the beginning? Like, we literally play within 5 weeks. Between week 7 and 12, we play all of our home divisional games. And then within 4 weeks, between weeks 15 and 18, we play all 3. And we have the early bye week, week 6. And we have a stretch of, we have the international game. We play on Thanksgiving.
They should have alternated some of them, But
I would have wanted the bye week after New England. I think teams should get a bye week after. I think every team or not every team.
If you got to travel to Europe,
I
I
think
mean
every
that's
team,
why they're
yeah,
that's why they're talking about Jacksonville moving to London because they go over there and they played like two
they
back to
play
back
there.
games.
They
They've
play
done it
there
like the
every
last
year. They play there every year
two or
almost.
three years. They played
Yeah,
back to back
I
games over
think.
there.
Yeah, I think personally, I think every team who plays an international game should get the bye week after. You should get the bye week after. I mean, even it, but I think in the sense of also we do have international games really early as well. We have like a week 1 international game, so I think that can be like a weird exception where it's like, no, you don't want your bye week 2, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think a team should have a say in that. But yeah, so Goob has us going 14-3, probably first in the NFC. I have us going 12-5, second or third in the NFC, and then obviously win the Super Bowl. Win the Super Bowl, like that's what you want. You want to win the Super Bowl. But I think I just want to win another playoff game. I want that feeling. I haven't had that feeling in 3 years. I got a taste of it. It's like they gave me the Detroit Lions gave me drugs, which was winning playoff games, and then you take it away from me the next year. You give me heartbreak, and then you give me a crappy whatever you turn.
So what you're
Lions,
saying you're going through
Lions,
withdrawals?
whatever the Lions turned in for our 25-26, whatever homework assignment you turned in, you got an F on it. Not an F, maybe like a D plus. You got a D plus for last year because we had some fun moments. We started out really good.
Yeah.
You started out the assignment really good, Lions, and then you were just trying to meet the word count at the end. If you catch my drift, guys, like they were trying to meet the word count. Like there was nothing substantial about last year. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little too negative, but at the end of the day, like when you're a Detroit fan, you kind of have to be. That's you're either negative or you're delusional. And I think Pistons in 9 is we're edging on delusional here. So, someone's got to be
so
the voice of reason.
I know we're getting close to wrapping this.
That's okay.
But I've got some history trivia on championships for the Detroit teams. So, the Detroit Red Wings have won 11 Stanley Cups.
Mm-hmm.
The last one was in 2008. The Detroit Tigers have won 4 World Series.
1984 was the last one.
1984 was the last one, man. It's been a while. The Detroit Pistons.
2005?
3 championships.
2004?
2004 was the last one. And the Lions, they do have championships. No Super Bowls.
1955? 1951?
57 was the last one. So, yeah. Been a little bit.
Been a while. It's been a while. We're not due. Don't say we're never due.
Yeah, we're due. Yeah.
No team's due.
We're a city that's due.
That's my question though, is like the Lions' philosophy has been like sustained success, trying for sustained success. Like, oh, we're not gonna go all in because we wanna win over time. It's like, would you rather be good over the course of a few years, or would you rather, in my opinion, I don't know, maybe that's just me being me. If I could guarantee the Lions won a championship this year, but we finished bottom 5 the next 5 years, I would do it. I would say yes. Just get the monkey off it.
Well, yeah, the chip would be worth it.
Just get the monkey off your back. Win the freaking Super Bowl. It's not that hard. Other teams do it all the time. Like the Eagles, the Eagles, the Eagles and the Seahawks both have done a perfect thing where the Eagles won it all the way back in 2017 against Tom Brady. Then they were bad maybe once or twice. Then they were good. Then they got Jalen Hurts. And then when Jalen Hurts did really well, they won the Super Bowl. The Seahawks won it all the way back in the long distance of 2013. Went the next year again, lost, were bad, good. Signed Sam Darnold and won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions, you have Jared Goff. You have a top 10 quarterback. Like, how many times like have you seen a team have a top 10 quarterback, top 5 running back, arguably a top 5 receiver, one of the best second options, a top 5 tight end, and a defense that is middle of the pack with a top 3, top 5 edge rusher, a middle of the pack safety, a really good safety room when they're not hurt, and a middle of the pack. Like, how many times has a team that good not made it to the Super Bowl? And it's only been because of injuries. Like, the window closed? No. But I am going to come out here with a whole different argument of, I don't believe in the window argument in sports. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in a window. I think there are years where you can win it, and there are years where you just can't. There's no window for any team in the NBA right now because it's going to be the Thunder and the Spurs the next 10 years. Pistons could sneak in. The Knicks could sneak in. The Knicks got to win it this year. The Pacers last year, that was your shot. Because the Thunder are only going to get better. They still have draft picks. The Spurs are only going to get better. They have Wembanyama, who's only 22 years old. He's going to be good. So, like, unless... And then I'm also saying that because of the new anti-tanking rules, which were officially passed today, the dumbest rules in NBA history. Adam Silver, you're ruining the sport. Sorry. Because of that, it's going to be really hard for teams to rebuild from now on. Really hard. Because if you genuinely suck, if you're the Sacramento Kings and you genuinely suck, sorry, you don't get the number 1 pick. Because we think you're cheating. We think you're not.
Well, I don't even want to talk about the NBA lottery because, I mean, it's a joke. Yeah. It's an absolute joke.
Yeah.
Even if you do bad, you don't even get, I mean, at least NFL, if you're the worst team in the NFL, you get the number 1 hit pick.
I think the lottery, I don't think it should be the same way. I think the lottery is a good thing because tanking in the NBA is easier.
You get more chances put in the
I think tanking in the NBA, and that's going from Pistons fan who, 2 years in a row, the Pistons were the worst team in the league and didn't get the number 1 pick. We fell out of the top 5. I still for this. Victor Wembanyama should be a Detroit Piston right now. Because the year he came out, we were the worst team, and we fell out of the top 5, or we fell into the 5th spot. Adam Silver, don't think I don't know what you did. I know what you did. I know. And if the rights to Victor Wembanyama's contract aren't this season subsequently transferred to the Spurs, we'll give you Jalen Duren. We'll give the Spurs Jalen Duren. It won't be a trade. It'll be Adam Silver purposely putting Wembanyama on our team, and then Duren comes our team. I'll think about forgiving you then. I'll think about it. Yeah. This is the part of the podcast where we drift off into nothingness here. But yeah, we got a lot going. This is almost an hour show today, just because we haven't done it in a while, so it's fun to kind of get the ideas out there. But I'm good. I think I've said my piece. The people know where I stand on all 3 major Detroit sports teams right now. Red Wings, you suck. You guys suck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. If you caught my last show yesterday, I talked about the Red Wings and how they should rebuild. So, and your sister agrees with me. The little bit of history, the Wings is 2013 is when transferred from the Western Conference to the Eastern Conference. And
why were we in the West to begin with?
Western. So I didn't dig that deep into the history, so I don't know. But the fact of the matter is we had strong teams, we had tough teams, and we won. And like I talked last night, I mean, we had Joey Coker and Bob Probert, man, 2 of the baddest defensive men that we've ever had.
2 of the most hockey names ever.
They called them the Bruise Brothers for a reason, because if you came down by our goalie, you were going to get knocked off. I mean, Probert was a fighter, man. He was a scrapper. You got into a fight with Bob Probert, you probably didn't come back in the game. I mean, it was just that way it was.
You would die.
Yeah. So, but I'm just saying that in my theory of how the Red Wings, I talked to Steve Yzerman last night, and I'm talking to you again tonight. Build the team from a Western Conference perspective. They're bigger. They're harder. The East Coast, because you're not a hockey guy, but so West Coast teams are built on size and strength. East Coast teams are built on speed, and we just can't compete in that Eastern Conference. We need to build a Western Conference team in the Eastern Conference and dominate, is what I'm telling you.
Okay. So, you heard it here first, folks. That's what you got to do.
So, all right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Feel free to give us a shout out on all our social medias, because we're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram,
everything.
TikTok. We're on them all.
Well, most likely, if you're watching this, you are on YouTube.
Follow my co-host. Check out my co-host. He's got Joe Talk Sports.
Follow my co-host as well.
Or no, you're Joe Sports Talk.
I have to change it. I have to change it. I need to check if I can change it again. I want to do Talk Sports, but it was taken. So yeah.
So, anyways, but follow us. Give us some feedback. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
We love to run into you guys out in the wild, so that's always fun.
You're the
So,
only one who's done
anyways.
that so far. I haven't met any fans yet. I haven't met any fans yet, so.
Oh, don't even give me that. I was at In-N-Out last night, and what's her name? Rebecca, that played softball with Adeline. She's a year ahead. She's graduated. She goes, I said hi to her, and she goes, whose dad did she say I was? She goes, oh, you're Joe's dad. Not Adeline's dad. You're Joe's dad. So
I'm the
don't give
goat.
me that crap. You are the mayor of this city. So.
Yeah, I do it all for my city, guys. I do it all for my city.
Yeah.
What city? Not telling you. If you know, you know. All right. All right. We'll see you guys all next time. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Peace out, y'all.
All right. Goob out.
Joski out.